Welcome to the 5th Annual Fallon Rural Rumble!
Bring the entire family to the fairgrounds in Fallon this Labor Day weekend and celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Hearts of Gold Cantaloupe Festival. This Silver State tradition is bigger and better than ever with food, family, fun, music, vendors, entertainment, and, oh yeah, plenty of cantaloupes. So check us out on Facebook at Hearts of Gold Cantaloupe Festival. That's Facebook at Hearts of Gold Cantaloupe Festival for more information. We'll see you there.
Octane Fest is back June 7th through the 10th in Fallon. Don't miss the modifieds and karts at Rattlesnake or NHRA action at Top Gun. Highlighted by a jet dragster taking on a nitro car driven by legendary Ricky Ruiz. And of course the truck pulls, freestyle motocross, monster trucks, and a free pit party. Get advanced discount monster truck jamboree tickets at any O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Go to OctaneFest.com for all the action. OctaneFest.com.
One of Nevada's scenic treasures is in peril of disappearing. Fresh water is needed to save it. Getting that fresh water has never been closer to Walker Lake than it is today. Walker Lake Education Day is Saturday, May 1st from 9 to 3:30. Meet agencies working to conserve the lake and enjoy free boat rides, arts and crafts, good food, and free lessons on the fastest growing sport in the world, stand-up paddleboarding. Learn how to save Walker Lake before it's too late.
In 2011, the Fallon Fights Rural Rumble brought professional boxing back to its roots. With hard-hitting, body-pounding battles reminiscent of Johnson Jeffries and Colbert Fitzsimmons. The setting? Fallon, Nevada. Outdoors, under the stars at the fairgrounds. Just like it used to be. And no one was disappointed. Was 6 epic battles, pitting some of the country's best up-and-coming professional fighters, including some tough Nevada boys. It was sport, it was war, it was legendary. Boxing is alive and well in Fallon, Nevada, in the hands of the Fallon Fights. Stay posted for more information on Rural Rumble 2012. It's all there at FallonFights.com. That's FallonFights.com. We're gonna knock you out.
Tractors and Truffles is one of the most unique special events in northern Nevada. It celebrates the small farm specialty crop industry and the arts for which Fallon is famous. Tractors and Truffles features celebrity chefs cooking locally grown foods for a farm-to-plate gourmet dinner and cooking demonstrations. Concert performance in the Oaks Park Arts Center's beautiful Barclay Theater. For more information, log on to tractorsandtruffles.com.
There's so much to do this Labor Day weekend. But as far as family events go, there's really only one clear choice. The Fallon Hearts of Gold Cantaloupe Festival, taking your family in the right direction. Fallon Hearts of Gold Cantaloupe Festival. See you there.
Top Gun Raceway was formed about 20 years ago with a board of directors referred to as the Motorsport Safety, Inc.,
which was a nonprofit organization that was put together to raise money to start construction of a drag strip.
And they wanted to get the illegal drag racing off of the streets of Fallon and the surrounding communities.
They held races for 3 years, raising money at the Fallon Naval Air Station.
But after a while, we realized that it was starting to grow into such a large event there at the Naval Air Station.
They worked for a year or so after that, or two, to find some property, and they found a piece of property that the BLM would let the county build the facility. And they started construction in 1991. In June 1995, the track opened for its first race. This track is an NHRA sanctioned facility. About 10 years ago, was able to negotiate with NHRA and host its first NHRA Division 7 Lucas Series race, and has been holding one of those races every year since. We are one of the longest and one of the smoothest tracks located in Division 7.
This is a very, very cool racetrack, and it's really special to come to these types of tracks.
Top Gun is one of the better tracks that we race at. We've been racing up here for 15 years, and every year they do more improvements to the track and the pit area. Now we have a nice pit area, we have nice staging lanes, and a nice thoroughfare to get from the staging lanes to the track and back.
At Top Gun Raceway in 2010 was voted our Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series Track of the Year, and that's an award that's voted on by the racers in the Pacific Division. that's probably the highest honor they can get. Just a great tribute really to how they treat everybody and how much of a good time everybody has when they come here.
Top Gun has received numerous awards from the NHRA Division 7 for most improved track. We've been awarded for the smoothest track as well. Top Gun is famous for one of the longest shutdown areas in Division 7, which is a good plus when it comes to high horsepower and high mile-an-hour cars. We're able to attract a lot of racers from a lot of different states because of our location.
There are 7 divisions where competitors can race closer to home. We're in Division 7, or the Pacific Division, and that's where Fallon Top Gun Raceway is a part of that points championship.
The top reason I believe the drivers like coming to Top Gun is we're a small town, so we have a small town atmosphere. The track was designed to flow, so you flow right from the pit area, right to the staging area, right to the starting line, and when you finish at the shutdown area, it brings you right back to the pit.
One of the things that's so neat about NHRA is that we get to run big shows, might have 30 or 50,000 people on hand, and then we also get to come to more rural racetracks where it's a much more of a small town environment. It's interesting to see a lot of the local businesses and the different people in town come out and get involved and really appreciate the show coming to their town. So that certainly makes us feel good.
What really makes this place so much fun is it's kind of like an old school track, as we say, that everybody's here to really have a good time. They provide a great racetrack for us, but it's really about the people and how they do everything.
We have racers that help run the track, so they understand what racers need.
And that's one of the things that makes it so great is, like I say, they know everything that racers want to see.
We're very accommodating, and I think that's one of the big reasons the people like to come here, because it's really kind of a family experience. That's really what it's all about, is getting out on the weekend and enjoying yourself and having fun, and also having some competition that goes along with it.
A typical run for us, we'll do our wet burnout and back up. And then we'll pull up and we'll light the first light, which starts the staging procedure. Then we'll make sure we have the clutch all the way in and the brake locked, and we'll bring the motor up to almost 7,000 RPM. So the motor with the centrifugal clutch is trying to leave. We light the second light, which means we're good to go. As soon as the ambers come on, we let go of the clutch, we floor the throttle, let go of the brake, all at the very same time, and then immediately the car starts to accelerate. It pulls over 3 Gs, and it pulls really, really hard in low gear. As soon as it starts to leave, your job is to keep it right in the groove and look for the shift light. In about 2 seconds or so, the shift light will come on. You shift it from first to second, still keeping it in the groove. About half track or a little after, you'll get the light to shift it from second to third. That's high gear. Now you're keeping it in the groove, watching the RPMs and looking for the finish line. As soon as you get to the finish line, let off the throttle, push in the clutch, hit the parachute levers, and come down to the fuel shutoff and the brake lever. So that's what we do in a little over 5.5 seconds, 260 miles an hour.
Here at Top Gun Raceway, we have a multitude of different categories, from junior dragsters, which kids as young as 8-year-olds may race, to the Super Pro category, which you can be 70 or 80 years old. You can race that category also. We have a category for everybody out here. High school students, we have classes for moms and dads, you name it, we can run you out here at Top Gun Raceway.
We run all the sportsman categories in the NHRA Division Lucas Oil Series, all the way from top alcohol funny cars, top alcohol dragsters, super comp, super gas, super street, stock eliminator, comp eliminator. We like to bring out exhibition cars. We run jets here. We'll run nostalgia fuel cars. The community really has a good feel for the track and the support of the track all the way through. We bring lots of racers and lots of money through the local community. Motorsports is big here in Churchill County. Racers love coming here. It's a hometown, relaxed atmosphere because the racers seem like they're kind of in a different mentality. They're more easygoing, and we just kind of come here and have a good time.
You know, we have a great relationship with the track. They treat all the racers wonderfully well and just really go out of their way to make sure everybody has a good time.
Hey, you know what? I would like to tell you what these guys do right here at Top Gun Raceway in Fallon, Nevada. From before you arrive here, they're working hard here to make sure that we're welcome and that the town's really embracing what's going on out here. We come out here, they make sure that we're set up, we have what we need. They're bringing people out to the track. They get the crew members involved in some fun events in the evenings. It's just from start to finish. You can tell that people around here really love NHRA drag racing and they appreciate that we're coming to town. It's just an enjoyable deal from start to finish.
You've got less than 1/10 of a second to react. Nice try. The Rural Rumble at the Fairgrounds in Fallon. Professional boxing and mixed martial arts. Go to FallonFights.com. A punch thrown at 43 miles per hour. Brutal. The Rural Rumble at the Fairgrounds in Fallon. Professional boxing and mixed martial arts. Go to FallonFights.com. An impact of 90 to 100 pounds per square inch. Brutal. The Rural Rumble at the Fairgrounds in Fallon. Mixed martial arts and professional boxing. Go to FallonFights.com. If you get your kicks out of shattered bones and ruptured organs, the Rural Rumble at the Fairgrounds in Fallon. Mixed martial arts and professional boxing. Go to FallonFights.com.
A fresh supply of winter water is making its way to Walker Lake. This, with recent water acquisitions, are good signs for this jewel of Nevada. But we need your help to sustain efforts to keep the Walker Lake ecosystem alive. Bring your family to explore the outdoors and learn how you can help to save Walker Lake. Enjoy guided boat rides, cultural and educational exhibits, and activities for everyone. Saturday, May 7th. Please help save Walker Lake before it's too late.
Hi, my name is Tyler Kiaga of Nevada Motorsport Productions and Octane Fest. I'm the creator and promoter of Octane Fest, and we're here today to begin work on the 2010 event, our third annual Octane Fest. I'd like to personally introduce you and your product to the largest racing and motorsport audience in all of Northern Nevada. Octane Fest 2010, be part of it.
Hi, my name is Rick Gray. I'm the Tourism Director for the City of Fallon, a city 60 miles east of Reno, Nevada. Now, Fallon is called the Oasis of Nevada because lush green farms are the landscape. But once a year, another side of Fallon emerges, one I know you're really going to enjoy. It's when the ground begins to rumble and the buildings start to shake and a nitro burning, tire smoking, rock and roll and extravaganza called Octane Fest takes place. Octane Fest takes place in the second week of June, kicking off the special event season in Northern Nevada. This date separates Octane Fest from other events and allows our event partners to stand out. Octane Fest blends Fallon's rich racing history with its motorsports venues, Top Gun and Rattlesnake Raceways, and the Churchill County Fairgrounds, into a motorsport jamboree with drag racing, dirt track racing, enduro cross, tough trucks, monster trucks, truck and tractor pulls, car and truck shows, and dashes of flash, sizzle, and rock and roll. Octane Fest strives to be a great Fallon community event first, before extending out to the nearby urban markets of Reno, Carson, Sparks, Tahoe, and beyond into the foothills of Roseville, California, and into Sacramento. To accomplish this outreach, Octane Fest is infused with quality events, music, and racing personalities demanding credibility in its early development. In 2009, Octane Fest teamed with off-road racing legend and Octane Fest Grand Marshal Rod Hall to create the Churchill County High School Auto Shop Scholarship Fund. Octane Fest features rock crawls, mud bogs, truck pulls, and Tough Cross, an event modeled after Endurocross. And also in 2009, Tough Cup was launched, blending short course, tough truck, and rock racing. Octane Fest endeavors to maintain and build its brand as a thrilling motorsport event with exciting racing personalities and great family entertainment. Octane Fest launches an all-inclusive media, publicity, and pre-event promotional campaign, and our partners are included. In 2009, Octane Fest was marketed on popular websites such as Pirate 4x4, Off-Road, and CycleNews.com. Octane Fest purchased network and cable TV, as well as Nevada and Northern California radio, which included on-air mentions, giveaways, and live remotes. Octane Fest built a comprehensive website that included our sponsors, advanced ticket sales, and a wide range of social networking content and tools. Octane Fest also produces posters, flyers, print ads, and event t-shirts on which partner logos are included. And there's the Miss Octane Fest contest. It's a pre-event promotion that offers partners a chance to utilize the Beauty Queen for a variety of appearances or events. And finally, Octane Fest produces a media kit that is sent to more than 50 key media outlets. Our partners receive a tremendous value as a result of Octane Fest marketing. Octane Fest partners receive on-site exposure opportunities that include banner placement and company announcements at events, product displays, interactive game or vendor booths, as well as logos on 12-foot feather flags that fly at Festival Central and event venues during the duration of Octane Fest. Partners can reinforce their company brand with Octane Fest participants and attendees at the grassroots level, creating excitement and positive word of mouth in key targeted demographic groups. Off-site and in-store promotions will benefit both Octane Fest and our partners. Become a partner in one of Northern Nevada's most exciting and new events as Octane Fest grows in size and awareness. Join a family of partners that in 2009 included the Northern Nevada Toyota dealers, Coors Light, CC Communications, Summit Racing, Allied Petroleum, Les Schwab Tires, Custom Truck and Accessories, the Nevada Commission on Tourism, and the City of Fallon, and many others who benefited in their association with Octane Fest, produced by Ty Urquiaga, President of Nevada Motorsport Productions.
Octane Fest coming your way.
It's showtime, man.
Northern Nevada Toyota Dealers presents Octane Fest. Come see the world champion superstars Jeremy McGrath, Jeff Ward, Ricky Johnson, Deegan, and Twitch go big in Fallon, Nevada, June 10th through the 13th. Go to OctaneFest.com for event schedules and get your tickets while they last. 3-day Jamboree Pass for only $20 or $10 a day. Don't miss Northern Nevada's largest motorsport event of the year in Fallon. Go to OctaneFest.com.
I can remember in 1969, I was driving alone in my car from Las Vegas to Carson City to attend the Nevada State Legislature. I was a freshman. I drove by Walker Lake, right near Hawthorne, Nevada. I was stunned. This big lake in the middle of nowhere in the desert. Well, I've learned a lot about it since then. It was only a few years ago that I learned that the lake is in a state of distress. The water coming into the lake has been over-allocated. It gets very little fresh water anymore, and the lake is dying. We need to save it. It's a unique part of nature. In our world, we only have 22 desert terminus lakes. We have 2 in the United States. They're both in Nevada. Pyramid Lake, which we've saved, and Walker Lake, which we need to save. You know, this lake is so unbelievably profound. Over the eons of time, birds have flown there, migrating north and going south. We have waterfowl there. It used to be a world-class fishery. People came from all over the country to fish. No longer. So I would hope that everyone watching this, if you care at all about nature, please do something about Walker Lake. Become aware of this. Talk to your legislators. Talk to your federal office holders and tell them to do something to save Walker Lake. We don't have a lot of time left to do it, but we've got to do it.
Located 85 miles southeast of Reno and measuring 15 miles in length and 5 miles in width, Walker Lake has always been one of the true treasures of Nevada. It is a remnant of ancient Lake Lahontan and is one of only a few terminus lakes in the world that support a freshwater fishery. It has deep, cold water where Lahontan cutthroat trout once grew to more than 30 pounds. It has also supported hundreds of thousands of migrating birds. However, in the last 100 years, Walker Lake has lost more than 75% of its volume, and now Walker Lake is near death. If it dies, it will cause devastation to the ecosystem and disrupt the sacred grounds of the Paiute tribe that lives there. It will also strike a devastating blow to part of Nevada. Mineral County alone could very well see a 40% loss to its economy. But why is Walker Lake dying?
Yeah, as many people know, the freshwater ecosystem of Walker Lake is under collapse, certainly under great stress. And that comes from a lack of water. The lake has fallen over 140 feet since the late 1800s. And we have natural cycles, of course, where the lake does go up and down naturally, but the main cause, we all realize, is a lot of diversion for agriculture in the basin. So it's going to be a balance to solve this problem between purchasing some water rights for sure, probably leasing some others, long-term leases, that water will be available certainly during wet years to get to the lake. So it's not just saving the lake, which of course is very important, but in addition to that, we need to make sure flows stay high in the streams, that the habitat's the best it can be for wildlife out there, and the rivers are in the best shape they can be. And then on top of all this, we want to make sure the economy is viable. It wouldn't do any good just to dump a bunch of water into Walker Lake and have the whole economy collapse.
In an effort to save Walker Lake, Senator Harry Reid and co-sponsor Senator John Ensign have directed the Nevada System of Higher Education through a $70 million congressional appropriation to study the effects of water acquisitions upstream. Researchers from the University of Nevada, Reno and Desert Research Institute are finalizing their 2-year study to determine the best means to get water to the lake while maintaining the economies of the communities in the basin and improving the water quality of Walker Lake. The Walker Basin Project also includes funding for acquisition of water rights from willing sellers at fair market value. Project managers now have several options on some possible water purchases that may be available for Walker Lake in the not-too-distant future.
If we can get enough water to the lake to sustain it at a fairly high level, then it'll be a long-term fishery. In order to do that, we're going to have to move another approximately 50,000 acre-feet of water to the lake annually. And we're in a deficit of 1 to 2 million acre-feet, so we're going to need some big flood years, and then on top of that we're going to need sustained delivery of about an additional 50,000 acre-feet between the natural flow that goes to the lake today.
The Walker River over the past 100 years have had extensive diversions and dam structures put in the river. And this over the last 100 years has caused a steady decline in the Walker Lake elevation, which consequently causes a steep increase in the salinity and alkalinity of the lake environment. And in particular in the last 5 to 10 years, the environment has really stressed both the Tui chub population and the Lahontan cutthroat trout population. And so it's not only the fish species that are impacted by this very stressful environment, but the other species that rely on the Walker Lake ecosystem, the migratory birds and such, are severely stressed and having to find other forage bases. The key to the long-term sustainability of this very unique Terminal Lake ecosystem is a restoration of some level of freshwater inflow to the Walker Lake system.
Walker Lake's important to many water birds because it's one of the few lakes in central Nevada where they can stage during the spring and fall migrations. The major food source for most of the water birds that stage at Walker Lake are the Tui chub, and because of the increased concentrations of the lake, the production of Tui chub has gone down and decreased, so therefore the size of the Tui chub is getting larger and larger because we're having 5- and 6-year-old Tui chub. If we lose our prey base within the size limit that the common loon can ingest, then they will start switching to other suitable lakes that have this similar prey base, which is topaz and pyramid lakes.
It's important for the public to support the work of the Walker Basin Project because the Walker Lake itself is a unique freshwater fishery. It's one of 3 in the western U.S., one of only a handful in the whole world. So if we don't preserve this Walker Lake fishery, it'll be gone.
To learn more about other multi-agency efforts to save Walker Lake, don't miss this year's Walker Lake Education Day, formerly the Walker Lake Loon Festival, on April 25th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Walker Lake Recreation Area, located 11 miles north of Hawthorne, Nevada on U.S. Highway 95. There will be numerous educational booths, exhibits, free wildlife viewing, boat rides, food, and something for the entire family. For more information or to volunteer your time, call 775-573-2581.
Coming to us from Pomona, California,
Riders, it's time for California's only ATV and UTV Jamboree, June 12th through the 16th in Walker, California. This year's Eastern Sierra Jamboree features 4 days of beautiful and educational guided trail rides through forests, deserts, creeks, and lakes. Bring your ride and your camera and take the scenic drive to Walker, only 75 miles south of Reno on Highway 395. To register, go to easternsierraatvjamboree.com. We'll see you there.
A fresh supply of winter water is making its way to Walker Lake. This, with recent water acquisitions, are good signs for this jewel of Nevada. But we need your help to sustain efforts to keep the Walker Lake ecosystem alive. Bring your family to explore the outdoors and learn how you can help to save Walker Lake. Enjoy guided boat rides, cultural and educational exhibits, and activities for everyone. Saturday, May 7th. Please help save Walker Lake before it's too late.